Well, hello and welcome back to Glenn's Barn. This is the second installment of the Cobalt V8 build. This is not going to be a long video. I just want to give you a little taste of what's up. It's going to be a little while before I can really dig into this. I got some things going on. I'd love to tell you about them, but I signed a non-disclosure. It's kind of exciting for me, a big life change coming, and it's going to be real good for working on cars, I'll tell you that much. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to my big announcement. But anyways, so what I did since last time is not much. But I did mount the engine. And you can relax. This is not the permanent way it's mounting. I wanted to dangle it from up above to make room for down below to figure out where the frame rails and the chassis components are going to go. It's not really dangling from up above. It's fixed in there hard because as soon as I get the rest of the drivetrain dangling, I'm going to put the whole car on a rotisserie and flip it over upside down, and that's going to aid in figuring out where the frame rails are going to run. Now, that 5.3 is not going to be the engine I'm using. It's just a placeholder for now, and this is actually not the car. This is a Pontiac G5 I picked up for a couple $100. Had a small accident that took it out. It's got a salvage title, so I didn't feel too bad about cutting her up. Rather than doing all my R&D on the good vehicle, I'll screw this one up first. So, what engine am I going to use? Yeah, that's a good question. I'd like to find a 6.2. I think that would be pretty cool, but those are expensive, so we'll see how that goes. I want to have a 6-speed manual. I've already got the transfer case from Trailblazer SS. It's an all-wheel drive transfer case, and it's a tight little package, so it's going to be easier to tuck it under this car. Let's see. If I determine that that's going to work out, then I will turn my attention to the oil pan, which is made to have the front differential bolt right to the side of it. It actually passes through it. Unfortunately, that rod there, that shows me where the center of my tire up front there is, and it's about 8 inches ahead of that hole. So I gotta get a second Trailblazer SS pan, do a little cut and paste, and the new one will have a second hole. I thought about just trying to move back the existing hole, but there's a lot going on in that oil pan with oil lines and whatnot that if I can leave that part of it alone, I'm best off leaving that part alone. And rear end, I'm thinking about independent rear from a Miata. I don't have a lot of choices for ones that are the right width. I couldn't find anything in the GM lineup that is that size and has the potential for that strength. The Miata one, I can hang a Cadillac or a Camaro center section in there, and gear ratios are also becoming an issue. Right now, I plan on going with 342 gears, so I don't scream down the highway. And these tires are small. So actually I'm going to try to bump up the tires, make them a couple inches taller, if I can make them fit. And I think between those gears and this bigger tire, I think it'll put it just about where it ought to be. Hopefully. Still want to have some low-end grunt off the stoplight, but I don't want to get ate up on the throughway. So, yeah. So next thing up is I got to cut into the firewall and the floor to make room for the transmission, and I got to buy a rotisserie so I can flip her upside down, and then we can really get motivating. I should probably toss in that it's my intention to walk through this build and spend some time explaining what I'm doing, my reasoning, just give you that bird's eye view of the fabrication process. You know, not that I'm the end all be all of fabrication, far from it, but you know, if you're coming looking for videos like this, I expect you probably have an interest in doing something like this yourself, and any kind of experience you can draw from is good, in my opinion. So that is the plan, and I think that's about it for today. Next time you tune in, which hopefully will be within a couple of months, we'll have the interior out, and we'll have transmission and a transfer case on here. Yeah, okay. So, I guess that's it for now. I still don't have a good sign-off. I'll figure something out one of these days. Okay, you guys all have a good night or day, whatever you got. See you later.